What is this hotel, man?
No, it doesn't show up in the video well. Lotto Mall right away. What's up guys, Max here, and we are here in Korea. So there's a demonstration going on all the way down there, and we are going to be doing a kind of step-by-step of the things that we tour out way out here. We'll see if we make it to Japan. So yeah, this is a pretty cool entertainment district here. And this is Future hiking me, adding context and commentary since I didn't even know if I was going to make this video. So it's pretty unstructured.
Like karaoke place.
Like a room?
Yeah.
Or rent your own karaoke place. All right, we found it. All right, so get some authentic Korean. Budae-jjigae is the name, a common dish from the Korean War. A friend of mine took me to this market, and I have no idea what any of these fish are. Maybe I'll put them on the screen, but that was a pretty neat trip. So straight out of the actual sugar cane, we get this drink, freshly made. It's definitely not processed sugar. They just keep live shrimp in here, some live octopus. We got a pretty exclusive tour to go see the demilitarized zone. So we're driving through Seoul here as we watch a Korean War documentary. We're going to be going over to the 3rd infiltration tunnel. This is where some North Koreans got caught digging under the peninsula over into the territory of South Korea. So they don't allow the photography down there, but basically the way that this works is you can go down into the infiltration tunnel. You just kind of walk through the scanner, they give you a helmet, and it's a lot of walking around in the dark to see the concrete barrier wall, which can be seen here, and that's what we just went and saw. So this road goes to North Korea. Don't know when it's ever used though. Heading up to the Dora observational point where we get to see actual North Korea. Yeah, so I'm gonna use content off the internet for this portion. Okay, so respecting the rules, I'm not filming right now. Pictures on the screen show where we get to see over the hills, different villages of North Korea over the DMZ. So we're able to see the actual posts and the several kilometer gap in between them. Not much to see anyway, just the hills, and we got the 2 flagpoles here in the distance where you have the North Korean flag on that super high flagpole and the South Korean one a little bit further down. Yeah, so you got like also the jamming towers that are up there to kind of drown out radio signals from the southern area. Go look through these binoculars. So this guy here did a pretty good job, who's been pretty wrapped up at the end of the war, giving us a breakdown of the tours of all of the monuments, and we got to see a little bit of a park of some of the artifacts left over from the end of the war, where that is where we got the chance to interview a North Korean defector, for which again I could not film. So a group of us took a train down to Seoul to walk the streets and see the city, for which we got a lot out of it. Oh. Ow!
This is pumpkin jerky.
Can I try it?
Yeah, of course.
And the spiral shop ants, they spiral around. Alright, since I am year of the, dragon? I put this little coin in thing, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, just whack it.
Okay, what did I get?
You got it.
I also got an essay.
I think they're all essays.
Get straight, Confucius say, go
Confucius.
fuck yourself.
Annyeonghaseyo. Alright, I'll look at it.
And then right after that, we ran into this magician, so see some of his tricks. And the reason I mention that is because a member of our group, Vince, was a former magician himself, and so he showcased this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, $5, right? Alright, so we now have 5, 10, 15, 20.
So this is King Sejong, the creator of Hangul, who had a military mindset, a scholarly mindset, and believed that if the peasants cannot communicate with their king, then he's not a good king. These 5 mountains are the significant mountains that are around Seoul. And then we have the moon and the sun, which represent power and peace.
You just have to be here, man. Korean Eiffel Tower. Like the touch. Oh, we're not gonna be going up, by the way. Too long of a wait, a little too expensive, but this is just as cool. We're pretty high up already, as it is. And there is the Lotto Tower, fifth highest in the world. One of the nicest libraries, train stations ever. And we get to see this shrine up here. Put it on the screen.
Stayed overnight and then went in the morning to go see the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Did I say that right? So yeah, I did the walking tour here where you have like the little earpiece, and then I believe the rule is that if you are in traditional garb, you can get in for free. So that's why probably surrounding you see a lot of folks in that.
The other throne room. Much of a throne. The Lotto World Mall. Not enough to see. We've only been walking for like 20 minutes through it. I think we're a little bit outclassed here. But it does go from basement 6 all the way to 12th floor.
Is there a price filter? So filter all the floors that we can't afford?
I think everything above like 3 floors ago was at everything we can't afford. But they're still letting us up, so we're gonna see how far we get. So then we have world kings throughout history, we have presidents, then we have the 1%, then we have general rich people, then we have the upper middle class, and all the way down there is when we get to us. So for sense of scale, we're over here at this mall. Here are the gardens. Here is the 5th highest building in the world. Oh, I can't even see the top. According to Wikipedia, this is actually the 6th biggest in the world, so not quite the top 5.
As other context, I did try to learn how to interpret and speak Hangul over this time. Wasn't quite successful, but I think I got about halfway there. Where we went out to have pumpkin duck. And this area I considered party central since I went out there to try every restaurant and all the snacks for which I picked up to take a lot back home.
Exploring the most massive airport I have ever in my life at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't get to do this very often. So that's where everybody's sleeping. I was wondering why they did that.
While my Korea time was ending, I had the reservations to go over to Tokyo, Japan for a couple of days, and I didn't have a whole lot of content because I was very sick at this point. So once I arrived in Tokyo, I spent time walking around the millions, billions of shops to where everything is a claw machine or a vending machine or has little toys or some kind of cartoon. And that kept me busy for a while buying little cute stuff that I found. I was staying in Shinjuku, which is famous for this cat billboard thing, as well as the Godzilla head.
Last night, actually, in Shinjuku, we have... There he is. Okay. Authentic Japanese ramen with my friend Andrea.
The hostel that I was staying in was pretty active, so I would just find people to go out and walk around with and check out the nightlife in the city. And they also did this walking tour, which was pretty fun. This area here is Golden Gai, which is the super narrow streets of like little 8-seater bars to congregate and socialize for like many hours on end, and that was a lot of fun.
Golden Gai, super tiny bar.
Went to the local Shinjuku Gardens and started making my way towards the harbor front. And this is where you have your like Disney World of Tokyo.
aircraft carrier.
The Tokyo Tower has always been on my monuments list, so I went out there that night with Andrea to go check that one out and see how Tokyo looks at night. So for only like a $20 ticket, they were pretty generous with the photos, as well as giving us a glass of wine whenever we made it up to the top. Okay, so then this day I didn't really know what to do with myself. I was feeling pretty sick and went to a robot cafe, for which these folks from behind, I guess, computer monitor screens will serve you up.
As they make the coffee.
Took a train down to a beach, and that was a pretty nice time.
I forgot my flip-flops, so I'm barefooting it. But of course I knew that it was going to be very hot. So we're going to completely run it.
Okay, so by that point, I was pretty sick. I was out of it, man. So it was a really long layover and flight back. All in all, I actually liked Japan a little bit better. I really liked how they had their culture very intimate and walkable everywhere, so that was really neat. And it was a good time. I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare, scrambling for that. So yeah, once again, given that I kept on going back and forth about making this video, there's a ton of stuff that I did that I just did not film. So here is my camera roll for those missed things. Pause if you want. But I got another continent knocked out. So with that being said, I guess we will see if we make it to Australia next year. All right, that's it. Peace out.